In the past, the president has stood strong about the limits of his role as commander-in-chief. Remember this?
The problem is that, I'm the president of the United States. I'm not the emperor of the United States. My job is to execute laws that are passed.
But tonight's executive action contradicts this statement. Fox News senior judicial analyst Judge Andrew Napolitano writing today in the Washington Times, quote, "The framers required that every president swear to do his job faithfully, to serve as a reminder to him that his job requires fidelity to the enforcement of laws, which he may disagree. Without presidential fidelity to the rule of law, we have a king, not a president." And Judge Napolitano joins us now.
Hey, good morning, guys.
Nice to see you, Judge.
In the years that I've been watching presidents and criticizing them because I disagree with them, I have not seen anything as profound as this. The president is a former professor of constitutional law at one of the finest law schools in the world, the University of Chicago Law School. He knows the Constitution very well. He knows that he cannot rewrite the law of the land, and he cannot nullify the law of the land, and that if the effect of his executive action is the functional equivalent of rewriting it or nullifying it, it's wrong, it's unlawful, it's profoundly unconstitutional, and it's disturbing, it's destabilizing to the relationship of the Congress to the presidency and the courts.
It sounds wrong, and it feels wrong to the American people. Wall Street Journal, NBC poll out recently, 48% opposing executive action. I mean, this really beats to the heart of the American people. It's not the what. Everyone wants something to be done, but this method feels like kingship.
Well, this goes to his political judgment, Elizabeth. You know, he doesn't even have popular sentiment behind him. Sometimes presidents have done risky and bold things which really push the envelope, but they've had popular sentiment behind them. There was an emergency that needed to be addressed. There is no emergency that needs to be addressed. He does not have popular sentiment behind him, and he's wrong on the law. So why is he doing this? Is it just some ideological frustration that he wants to put his thumb in the eyes of the Republicans and the rest of us who believe that the Constitution means what it says?
Well, he's got that political IOU out there. He said to the Latinos, I'm going to do something about it. The clock is ticking. Probably now or never. But Judge, you know, a majority of Americans, according to the latest polls, are for doing something. The thing that he's going to do, while it's sweeping, it is temporary. However, why is this, what he's doing, different than what, say, George Bush did or what Ronald Reagan did in the past?
Because of the magnitude of it. Ronald Reagan exempted 100,000 families from deportation because of the definition of the word family. It was a little ambiguous in the 1986 Amnesty. The 86 amnesty was enacted by Congress, not by Ronald Reagan. But Congress has the power to do this. George H.W. Bush stopped deportation for 350,000 persons, again because of the definition of the word family.
It was all cleanup stuff from the original amnesty bill.
If President Obama said, I read the statute differently, here's how I read it, there would at least be an intellectually stable argument. But for him to say, forget the statute, I'm going to act as if it doesn't exist, is as I said, it's destabilizing. Look, the reason we have the separation of powers is not so the president can't trump the Congress. It's so that there's constant tension between them, which maintains a high level of individual liberty for the rest of us. But when one branch, the presidency, grabs power from the other, the Congress, that destabilizes. That results in less liberty. If he's going to grant temporary amnesty to 5 million people, they may be wonderful people. Guess what happens? That expires on January 20th, 2017. He's going to harm them more than help them.
It's all temporary. All right.
Judge?
Great seeing you, Judge.
Read his op-ed in the FoxNews.com and the Washington Times.
Thank you.
Impeccable insight.